Say it. Say it. T-Bone!
What is up, everyone?
Today we are working on the JZX100 once again because you guys watched the last video. You know that my new transmission finally showed up from Florida, Drift HQ. They got me the deal on a brand new R154. We made it up to the 1J that we've had on the stand for a while now. And now is officially ready to go in our chaser, which is sick. I'm excited to see this thing in there because, well, it'll kind of make this thing feel a little less base model, right?
Right.
And once the engine's in, we can actually start doing everything else because we've kind of been at a halt because this was the next step. So, I mean, the bay's clean, somewhat prepped. We got new mounts in here. We're gonna slip it in there and hopefully it all bolts together. Everything's great. Sound good?
Sounds great.
T-Bone, nap time's over, bud. T-Bone!
I'll just stay under here.
Let's get this engine in there.
All right, enough of that work. We need you. Extra set of hands. Come
All
now.
right. Okay.
Immediately.
Stevie.
Immediately.
You better watch your tone.
Now.
All right, guy. What are we doing?
I need more damage prevention team here. That's a big moment.
It's a big moment.
Exciting stuff.
Tell them about the new sick.
Shut the fuck up.
2 cars under covers.
Hey, you call me out like that, huh?
Yeah.
And as you guys can tell, we are doing this on the ground, not on a lift. Even though I have 3 lifts, but we have 3 cars on the lifts that have no suspension or missing suspension components, so.
Thanks, Tony.
Yo, don't talk to them like that, bro.
Sorry.
All right.
Thanks, Tony.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
This is my fault. But hey, it's easy. You gotta put 3 bolts in, 6 bolts in. It's probably easier on Jack's hands. I'm just gonna keep telling myself that.
Okay.
There we go. There we go. I got a lot of engine bay. This should be easy. Come on, boys.
This is supposed to go in here. This should be easy.
Should we just time lapse it?
Time
lapse?
Yeah. This is your new home.
This is our new home.
This is your new home.
Right, let's get this trans mount in and she's officially home. All right, so I realized I just messed up kind of bad, not really too bad. So we tried to mount the trans up and the trans actually won't go high enough to actually mount it up. We realized that the shifter, the tripod shifter, is actually hitting the chassis. So I knew on the Supras, when you do a manual conversion, you actually have to replace like the top of the trans tunnel to fit the shifter. Looks like JZXs are the same way. So we actually have to cut out like a massive square right here in the tunnel, like all the way up here to accept the shifter, because the shifter is supposed to be like up here. And they sell a whole panel that kind of bolts over it, so you don't have to worry about it. But this is something that
You overlooked.
that I should have thought about way earlier, but so be it. So we're gonna lower the trans a little bit. I'm gonna cover as much as I can. I'm just gonna start cutting holes and get this thing to fit. So I think you cut it. You could technically cut out this entire square right here.
We're gonna cut a little bit at a time.
I'm gonna cut a little bit at a time. Yeah. So we're gonna go off of this, and it's dead. All right, let's get another tool. Cut enough? I think we have to go farther back, which is crazy to think.
Ooh.
All right, go up. Yeah, it looks like that's everything we, okay, so as you can see, it now fits all the way up here. It's just like very, very tight. So I'm gonna try and just give it a little bit more room for error. Clean up the slot, seal it.
Ah, it's good like that.
It's super tight in there. We need some room for wiggle.
All right.
This wear lift would be nice, but we're good. So, got the new trans mount and the trans brace in. Yeah, everything's fitting good. So I definitely undercut the trans tunnel. I should probably cut a little bit more, but it looks like we have plenty of room around the entire piece, so we don't really have to worry about vibrations. But you could honestly cut out this like entire thing because they sell a piece that covers all of it. So we're good to go. It's all bolted up. Let's get it on the ground and see how it looks, all right? It's funny because when you get to this point, you feel like you've made major progress.
You didn't put a dent in.
But you still have so much more to go. But it'll be worth it, and I love to see it in there. There we go. Here we go. Last piece of the puzzle, right? Officially swapped. Well, now she's got some good Tour V energy.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Right?
It's crazy how like right now it's still NA, like it's no different. But it like
Okay.
it looks
RJ said the same thing.
No, but like you feel the energy.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
exactly what you're saying. Like when you got it, it was like you knew it was like an NA 1J, and you were just like, bang. But like just seeing that cover on there, I'm like,
Oh yeah, there we go, boys. Big Tour V energy. Do you feel it?
I feel it coming together.
That Tour V energy?
I feel it. Big Tour V energy. Big Tour Steve energy.
So hopefully my turbo manifold comes in soon. If I can get the manifold and the turbo just sitting right on top,
then it looks like you're done, and you can do a bunch of stuff off camera. It takes a lot of time.
So obviously we have one of every system to do, right? We have most of the fuel stuff here. I have an intercooler kit, which we're gonna have to do some piping. We're waiting for the turbo manifold to show up so we can do all the exhaust stuff. Luckily, I do have a turbo secured already, which is good news because those are kind of hard to get right now. And wiring harness is in the works, and well, you guys know how that all goes. So I'm really excited to see how this all come together. And it looks like we are in perfect alignment to actually have this car back on the road for the springtime so I could really enjoy this thing. So while we still have some time here today, I want to finish cutting this hole that we made here in the last video. Right now it's just big enough to get stuff through, but it's not big enough to get a car through. So I actually have to finish this up. So I'm basically just doing 8x8, which is kind of like the standard garage size over there. I got to cut another 2 feet, box it up, do all that. And we're going to time lapse it because it's satisfying. Right, T-Bone?
Right.
Dude, look at all this graffiti. I wish I could pull off more drywall just to see what the heck is underneath there. It's dead.
That was me.
That was you?
Back in '93.
Oh, watch your neck. That's it. 8x8. That's what we wanted. Now we gotta make it look pretty.
Told Jim he could fit the heavy Chevy through here.
Think it will fit?
Oh yeah.
You think the Duramax will fit through here?
It's not that. Well, actually, it looks small on this camera, but it's pretty wide. There's only one way to find out.
Imagine.
Let's bring her back home.
I do miss that thing.
Oh.
It doesn't look that sketchy.
Nah, don't. It's not mint spec.
It's not mid-spec, but we have a plan to kind of seal this thing up. We gotta go get some wood. Donnie has some wood left from tearing down the office. You think he'll give it up?
Kept a couple good pieces. Stand in the middle and touch the top so people can actually see how tall you are. So everyone thinks you, I don't know what.
My boy likes.
8 feet?
My boy like 6'3" on a good day.
Yeah.
No, I'm 6'4" on a good day.
6'5" on a good day then. If you're 6'4".
Yeah.
7-foot wingspan. Could have played for the Lakers.
But you know, my rotator cuff is just acting up.
Yeah.
All right, so now we have a door big enough to get some cars in. We moved a bunch of junk in there, so it's gonna look real messy for a while. Well, not for a while, but we're gonna get some big industrial shelving right here so we can put all the heavy stuff there and just stack it up. Maybe move some cars in there, declutter the place a little bit. I mean, if get everything back from Florida, 3 more cars in here.
For sure. This is the most useful hole since. Insert in the comments below.
Don't even start that. All right, now we got a big ass hole we can fit a car through it. So, RJ,
Jimmy.
what's the best way to make a big space feel small?
Put cars in it.
Put cars in it. It gets real small real fast. So we're gonna push the cookie in, and it might not sound that exciting to some of you guys, but for me, this is a really big deal, and I'm really excited. So.
He's close on his side, but you guys are golden.
You're straight
Oh
up.
yeah. Immediately feel small from this angle.
Literally, and just like that, the warehouse shrunk tenfold. Okay, it's not that bad, RJ. Cut it good.
It's gonna be that bad when there's 4 back here.
Okay, so here's the thing. Everyone keeps telling us to get another 4-post in here. That's not a bad idea.
I think having a second 4-post in here makes a lot of sense. Look at that.
Yeah, no, Anthony was saying. I could move that one over here, right?
You could put both
But I
4
like
posts
it in
here.
there. And here's the thing.
hear me out.
Taking that thing apart sucks.
Yeah,
I'd rather just find
that's not big enough.
It actually, come back here. Come back here. It didn't shrink it as nearly as much as I thought it would. Because you could fit 3 cars easily right there.
But you could fit 3 cars even better if you had a 4-post lift.
For sure. Let's make it happen, RJ.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I'll place the order right now. Ben Pack, where are you at?
The cookie looks kind of gangster in here, doesn't it?
It does look
like
gangster
a
in
little
here.
wall.
You know what? It goes good with the lighting in here.
Silver moss is hitting in here. Dude, this is so cool. You think a car could fit through there? No, it's too
No
It's
way.
too skinny.
It's like when you're a kid and you're like, you see a car in the mall, you're like, how to get in there?
Yeah.
I still wonder that.
They got you never been to a
How did they
dealership
do
with the
that?
double? Remember when we picked up the Duramax? They had the big double
That's
doors.
different though. The middle
No,
of
the
the mall,
mall's
you're
got
like,
the same thing.
Water fountains right there. You're like,
I mean, Ant shouldn't have this question. Everything must look huge to him.
We definitely have some things to buy. We have some mopping to do and a lot of organizing to do, but step in the right direction. Cutting that hole is a big deal, and I'm really excited to see like how this shapes up, you know. It looks like I'm watching a TV show, like through that hole, you know what I mean?
I just can't. Well, that looks crazy. Ant, turn it off again.
We should get those beads, Steve.
I've been trying for the longest to try to find like how to get custom beads, because imagine the beads but with the O. And
Oh my god. All right, well, I've done enough of rambling on for today, but it was a good day. I'm very excited. Seeing this thing in there now makes this car like look like an actual project, not just like this Camry looking shell in the corner. So I'm very hyped about it. And now with the hole here, which I am gonna seal up, I just need a free day, we could really start getting everything dialed in. And it's exciting because spring is coming. I think like 2 more months and it'll start being nice out, and it's like, feels really good to have like a head start for it for one season, and it's gonna be a good year. I'm very excited. So, but before I let you guys go, I did film a little bit when I dropped off the KA to JP last night. So if you guys want to see what JP thought of the KA, just check it out. All right, I got the mini truck filled with KA parts. We have the front cover that needs to be machined with the head and the block, right? We have all the internal pieces here, the studs, the bearings, the pistons, rods, all that good stuff. Head and components there, block and crank. And today we're gonna drop this off to JP, which is my engine builder. And we're gonna see, hopefully, if I got everything I need. Also, hopefully we could get the block checked ASAP to make sure the block is good, because as you guys saw, it was a little distorted in the cylinders. And then of course, KA cranks are hit or miss, so I hope mine's good. We're gonna find out. So let's head up to JP's and see what he thinks. GPS 14.
What's up, dude?
Another K.
All right, another KA chopping block. So this will be quick.
I'm just hoping the block and crank are good.
Yeah, I saw it on the video and everything looks pretty good aside from that one rod that bent, which I mean, it's pretty notorious for these because these have just pretty long skinny rods. And
for sure,
first thing we want to do is put nice forged rods into them,
yeah.
balance the rotating assembly, and that takes care of basically all the problems in the KA. So
yeah.
You have a nice iron 4-cylinder block and you can make all the power you want. So that's what we're trying to do with this thing. So
love to hear it. All right, cool. Let's get this stuff out and out of the cold.
We got.
So JP, I know we talked about this before, but you always say that the KA cranks are kind of 1 and 3 are good, right?
Yeah. So the main problem with this, like if you look at the crank right here, it's basically a half counterweighted crankshaft. So it doesn't have the right balance that a full weighted counter crankshaft does. So it tends to have more torsion, and usually they end up bent out of spec, and by the time we're gonna use a race build for them, it's not the best thing to use.
All these heat cycles, all these miles, all these years.
Yeah, it's got a long stroke, so it's always putting extra force on the crankshaft.
So I'm hoping this one's good. We got plenty more, but I prefer to not have to take another motor apart.
Yeah, visually it looks pretty good, but yeah, let's walk it over and put it on the indicator stand. So we have that indicator. So this is gonna tell us how basically bent the crankshaft is from the center line.
So like, what's in tolerance?
2 thou.
2 thou. Okay.
So 2000s total of run out is what we'd recommend for a race build. So zeroed it out.
And this is in thou right here, right?
Yeah, so every little line that you see right there, it's
Yeah.
1,000. So 10 is 10,000s. So we want to look for two of those lines up and down. So, oof, I think we're just within spec.
Like just there. Maybe a 2.5.
Yeah, I'd say it's like a little 2 and
Doing some
there's
change.
some, there's some error on it, but aside from that, yeah, crankshaft's in good shape. It looks visually.
I
in
will
good shape,
take it.
So.
This is one impressive motor.
Yeah, this rod bearing looks a little.
Oh yeah, is it saucy?
No, it'll polish up.
Okay.
Visually looks pretty good. We'll mic it up, make sure there's no ovalization or anything like that.
Yeah. Because if we need oversized bearings, I don't even know if we can get them right now.
Yeah, probably not. And I stay away from using oversized bearings just because it limits the choices of race bearings. So
Fair enough.
Usually oversized stuff is just OEM remanufacturing stuff, so it's like the cheaper bearings. So.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, so
That
that's
makes
why
a
I
lot of
tell
sense.
people like stay with the standard size stuff because it just opens up your doors to like everything. In the
Oh,
world,
cool.
so.
Okay, cool.
All right, so the crankshaft's in good shape. The iron blocks are awesome, so like
Yeah.
I'm not worried about the block being messed up.
Cool.
So we'll be able to bang this out super quick and do some little head work. So I want to play around with the head.
Oh, yeah,
I
I
know
love that.
KAs have a lot of potential, and
For sure.
for the price of these things these days, you're better off buying a KA honestly than an SR. I love SR20s. Like, dude,
We're the SR guys.
I love my SR20s, but
It's
paying
true.
$5 to $6 grand for a swap is just insane. When
Well,
you can put that into a KA and have a built motor
For the same
and
price.
for the same price and way better than a stock KA than a stock SR20 that was beat who knows how long.
Torque is pretty cool.
torque it is pretty cool. And like I said, the engine work, dude, goes a long way with a KA. So love to hear it.
Seems like we actually have some good components. That engine, the fact that that engine ended up being as good as it is just kind of mind-boggling. But that KA is something else. I'm happy we're able to use it again for Nissan. So we're in good hands. GP will get that done quick, and I couldn't be more excited. But for now, we're going to end it. So you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content. We'll see you guys very shortly.